Hello, hello. If you are joining me, thank you so much. My name is Lola King. I'm the owner and registered aromatherapist for Be Kind Botanicals. And I have something fun that I wanted to share today, and that's how to make a holiday blend roller bottle. Now, I just did a video late last week that had a few recipes on it, and there's actually a blog now where you can sign up to get the full list of recipes for the holidays. But before we dig into creating our own holiday blend that we can put in a roller ball, there's a few things that I wanted to touch on that I think are really, really important when we're considering what essential oils that we want to smell like. And when it comes to all things fall, and sometimes those seasonal spices, we tend to forget that some of them can cause skin irritations, especially those like cinnamon bark, cinnamon leaf, and even nutmeg, allspice. Some of these things, as natural as we know them to be, they do have a chemistry about them, which is why we require them to be GC tested for purity. And we know that those chemical constituents can cause some sensitization. So that being said, if you don't have this book, Essential Oil Safety, it is written by Robert Tisserand and Rodney Young, and it's massive. It has all the information you need to know about essential oil safety. It tells you what your dermal maxes are in relation to what essential oil you're using, and it also gives you the reason why. And that's really, really important when we're trying to make our blends. But for today, we're gonna keep it nice and simple, or as simple as possible. The first thing that I want to say, since we're talking about making roller balls, we always want to make sure that the essential oils we're using for the holidays are going to be somewhat skin safe. And when I say somewhat, that means if you want to use a bergamot, you can use a bergamot. Just make sure you pay attention to the dilution rate so that if you're outside, you don't end up with the phototoxic reaction from being under the UV rays. For me, I actually really love black spruce and blood orange together. They're fantastic. And if you missed the video, I talk about making stock blends with these. And so with these, you would literally take drop by drop, and you could put it in to one of these fabulous snifter glasses, or just any plain glass that you have in your house that you can see how much you're putting. And drop by drop, decide, do you want equal parts of them? Do you want to have 2 parts of one and 1 part of the other? And that's how you're going to determine how many milliliters that you're going to make in your stock bottle. Now, if you have questions, do ask. I am totally okay answering questions, okay? So you want to make your stock blend using the essential oils that you have chosen. And I actually have a small stock bottle blend that I forgot to bring with me into the warehouse this morning. That's mine. And it's literally 3 parts black spruce and 2 parts of blood orange. And so I've measured in a graduated cylinder, which is one of these, but smaller, 5 mils worth, and it's in a 5 ml bottle, and I've got a little label on it. And so I know exactly what's in that blend, and I know what the parts are, and I've also written that recipe down. Now, when we're talking about making roller bottles, in case you're not familiar with them, these are them. It's just a bottle, it's got a roller. I like the metal ones just because there's no issue with the plastic on them. I've never had any leaks or anything. So with these 10 ml bottles, the biggest thing to remember is, although you can put up to 10 mils in it all the way up to the top, once you put the lid inside it, if there's excess over 9.5 mils, it comes out. So you're actually working with a little bit less than 10 mils worth of room in these once you put that cap on. So how I like to do it is I do things when I'm using roller balls. And this is why I talked about the skin safe oils. When I'm using roller balls, I tend to use anywhere between 5 and 10%. To make things super easy so that we're actually looking at this the right way, you want to use a graduated cylinder that is at least 20 to 25 mils worth, okay? And what you do is you put 10 mils worth of carrier oil in your graduated cylinder. and then you take 5%, which will either be half a mil, or you take 10%, which will be 1 mil, and you add that amount of essential oils to your carrier oil. So you end up with either 10.5 mils worth of product in here, or you end up with 11 mils. Super, super simple, right? And that's really how you want to go about making these roller balls. You start by making that stock blend, and then you grab your carrier oil and you grab your roller ball and you measure things out using those percentages. Now, that being said, when we're talking about making those kind of roller balls, those are spot treatments. Those are not meant to be used on the entire body. They're not like lotions or body oils. So if you're using it, and you're just using a tiny little bit and it's going on your wrist, that's totally okay. But again, please make sure you're referring to essential oil safety so that you know the oils that you're using are safe for the skin and whatnot. And if you're ever concerned, you can run to my website, bkbotanicals.com, and click on essential oils, and it will take you to all the different essential oils I have. And I've got tons of safety information on every single page, including the GCs. So if you ever have a question, all the information is right there for you. Now, hopefully that has helped explain things a little bit for you. And if you have more questions, do ask them. Today is Q&A Wednesday, and this was today's question. How do you make a roller ball for the holidays? So I hope I answered that well enough for you guys. I'm gonna hop off. I've got a few more things to get done today, and I will get this up on the blog for you later. Have a great day, guys.